Hello, my name is Areli Raya, and this is my presentation. My family is my motor, inspiration, and motivation. I am a first generation born in the US, coming from Mexican parents, my mom only being able to go to school until third grade, and my dad obtaining a high school diploma, have sacrificed and done everything in their power to provide anything we have needed. Therefore, they have told me, if we were able to provide everything for you without an education, we want you to be better. The picture on the right is my favorite, when we visited my brother in Phoenix right before he played at the ASU game. My teaching experience comes from student teaching. At the right is a picture of a second grade dual language classroom. The school was doing so great academically within the program that the El Paso Times decided to go into our classroom and take pictures. As part of my teaching experience, I was also a youth group coordinator, a teacher's aide, and I also tutor. My dad coming from Michoacán and my mom from Chihuahua. As a child, I always got told, en la casa se habla español y en la escuela inglés. At home, you are to speak Spanish and in school English. I wasn't expecting it to be literal, but in 1998, when I was about to start kindergarten, something within the Board of Education in California changed. A new law was passed, Proposition 227, which stated that all instruction should be in English and there would be no more bilingual education, ESL, or ELL classrooms. I entered school not knowing a word of English, and there was just two options, sink or swim. Somehow in some way I was able to swim, and not only due to the language in general, but in school as a whole. Until this day, I have no idea how I grasped the language so quickly and didn't have any problems. I currently work at a retail store, and being bilingual has helped me in many ways. There are older customers that do not speak English, or the ones that come from Juarez. Our goal is to sell and theirs to buy. Therefore, if there is a language barrier and I was not bilingual, we would lose many customers. I have gotten told many times how well I can speak both languages and that my accent does not sound like El Paso since I am from California, or how I can go back and forth speaking both of them correctly without mixing. This gives me practice as a student to be able to develop and practice both of my languages. My experience with all these programs has been a great one since I love languages. The new acquired knowledge of a language, in unison with those that have been learned during the experience as a student, makes them grow cognitively, intellectually, and professionally, as well as individual. Definitely applying this knowledge in daily teaching will have an equally significant and positive impact on the students, as they will allow and facilitate their individual intellectual and cognitive growth. As a result, students will learn more easily as well as retain what they have learned. My dream to work towards an education degree started when I was quite young. Although I only thought I would obtain a bachelor's degree, never did I imagine myself working towards a master's degree. We lived in a small cul-de-sac in La Puente, California, and it was like our own little small community where all the neighbors knew each other and helped each other out. Growing up, all of us kids from this street would go out and play together. I usually caught the smaller ones' attention, and we would play new games or lessons that I was taught at school that day or work on homework. I would teach them new things and help them out with what they needed, and even played schoolhouse. I was more advanced than they were, and I was still able to show them to multiply and divide using addition, which is what they were learning at that time. I would play teacher and have them sit on the floor while I sat on a chair and read a book to them. I had my mom buy me a whiteboard and markers and set it up on a table against the wall, and I would do lessons there. And when I would put problems up, the other kids had to go and solve them. I felt like it was so easy, and until now I do encounter some difficulties, but to me it is easy because it is a given and a gift that I have. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation, and I wish you a successful summer full of learning.